In the boundless void where fate twists like a silent storm, the path of immortality grows ever more perilous. In the last echoes of battle, Wang Lin stands at the edge of destiny, his heart tempered by countless trials, yet shadowed by forces that stir beyond mortal comprehension. Allies fade like drifting smoke, and enemies gather in unseen corners of the heavens. As secrets buried within the ancient realms begin to awaken, each step forward carries the weight of life and death. The karmic threads tighten, and the price of power becomes ever more unforgiving. Now, in recap Renegade Immortal Chapter 513-514, the winds of fate shift once more. What hidden truths lie ahead? What trials will test the limits of Wang Lin's resolve? Let the tale unfold if you dare to witness the next step on this immortal path. The air in the valley was thick with a golden shimmer, as if the sun itself had descended to touch the earth. Wang Lin pressed the brilliant golden fruit against his forehead. It vanished into his essence, swallowed like a spark in the vast darkness of his soul. Moments passed. His eyes opened, tinged with quiet disappointment. He released the fruit. 7 centuries of toil, and even with fortune at my side, only 4 of the elements are complete, he murmured to himself. Each step was treacherous, each success carved with danger, the final metal element. It will not be simple. And this golden spirit root, will it even work? A shadow of sigh crossed his lips as he summoned more of the luminous fruits, letting them drift upward. A mosquito-like beast, wings glinting faintly in the golden light, darted forward. It drank deeply, devouring the fruits with an almost sacred hunger. Each time it consumed one, the air shimmered, and golden light flashed around its form, brightening ninefold before fading. Satisfied, the creature paused. Wang Lin's focus shifted. His hand wove a seal in the air, sending a tendril of spiritual energy cascading over the flowers. A golden luminescence bloomed, blindingly intense. His eyes glimmered with anticipation. He did not hesitate. From his bag of holding, he retrieved countless jade pieces. His divine sense imprinted on each. Then he placed them beside the radiant flowers with meticulous precision. Xianxia watched from a distance, confusion etching her delicate features. Wang Lin's actions were peculiar. He did not harvest, he orchestrated. Could it be? A formation is required? She whispered, unease lacing her tone. With the last jade set, clarity returned to Wang Lin's gaze. His expression sharpened as ancient knowledge stirred within him. The memories of the old gods speak true, he murmured, voice low and steady. Only when the fruit ripens, withers, and decays naturally will the golden spirit root emerge. But time does not wait for the impatient. He hesitated, hand faintly. Tusi's technique? It might work, not with bones of demons as the old god did, but with jades, it must suffice. A complex gesture formed in his hand, not the seal of any ordinary cultivator, but a catalyst derived from the memory of Tusi, an ancient god whose knowledge defied time. Wang Lin's lips parted, the single word slicing the valley air. Die! A streak of yellow light shot forth, striking the first jade. It screamed in shrill resonance and shattered violently. Xianxia flinched, even from afar. Yet the light endured, leaping to the next jade, igniting it in an instantaneous chain of destruction. Each explosion fed the growing brilliance, the yellow deepening into golden fire, embracing the flowers in its radiance. The blossoms shrank beneath the energy, petals curling as if scorched by invisible flames. Fruits withered, stems blackening as though touched by the sun's own forge. Even the mosquito let out mournful cries, a lament woven with trust and restraint. Qianxin's heart ached as she watched the golden life dissolve. Wang Lin's gaze was unwavering, solemn and focused. The valley held its breath, the golden energy suffusing every corner. Within moments, petals melted into liquid gold, sinking into the soil. Fruits followed, dripping molten radiance to join the petals. Stems dissolved last, leaving the ground bare, yet aglow with lingering magic. The mosquito's cries faded into awe. Wang Lin knelt, hand plunging into the warm, gilded earth. A radiant object rose, shining with the brilliance of the sun. A root, 4 whiskers extending like the tendrils of destiny itself. The 4-whisker golden spirit root, he murmured, a faint smile breaking his stern composure. Left to its own time, it could have grown 5 whiskers. Even the mosquito seemed entranced. Madness mingled with reverence in its gaze. Qianxia, too, was rendered speechless, her mind struggling to comprehend the scene. The fruit's true purpose revealed itself in that luminous root, its essence, far more potent than the fruit alone. Wang Lin plucked one whisker, pressing it against his forehead. A faint glow signaled its power. It enhanced the metal element of his heaven-defying bead, but only slightly. Even devouring the entire root would grant a mere 10% increase. With calm precision, he cast the whisker to the mosquito. Its cry of joy resounded as it consumed the gift. Only 2 whiskers remained. Gradually, the creature's frenzied desire softened. Golden light surged, cocooning it in brilliance, until a shimmering chrysalis formed, concealing all within. Wang Lin infused the cocoon with divine sense. His smile widened. It will emerge stronger than ever. The cocoon vanished into his bag of holding. A green light flickered, and a colossal thunder toad materialized, plodding lazily upon the earth. Its eyes glimmered with indifference, until they caught sight of the remaining whiskers. Vigilance replaced sloth. Wang Lin's smile was faint, his fingers deftly sending a whisker into the toad's maw. The creature's roar shook the land, then it sagged with exhaustion, retreating into his bag. Xianxia trembled as Wang Lin's gaze met hers. She bowed instinctively, heart racing. "This whisker is yours," he said softly, offering the last fragment before vanishing into green mist. The whisper of his presence faded like the wind. Frozen, she caught the floating whisker. Reality seemed fragile, dreamlike. When she turned, Wang Lin was gone, leaving only echoes of golden brilliance. After a long moment, she secured the whisker, sighing as she departed, leaving the valley behind. Swift as lightning, Wang Lin traversed the mountains, entering a land steeped in ancient power. There, perched upon a towering tree, the short elder of the Da Lu sword sect floated in meditation. Pale as moonlight, his brow adorned with the half-moon blade, hovering with quiet menace. Above him, the celestial sword shimmered, radiating immeasurable sword energy, silent yet overwhelming. In that moment, the winds of fate shifted, and the world seemed to pause, waiting for the next legendary stroke of cultivation to be written. The wind howled through the jagged peaks of the earth northern demonic land, carrying with it the scent of iron and death. And in that bleak wilderness, a lone figure descended, his presence chilling the air. Wang Lin had arrived, and with him, the calm before a storm that none could ignore. The short elder, trembling in the shadow of towering cliffs, let out a breath he didn't know he still had. Relief washed over his worn features. "Fellow cultivator Wang Lin," he stammered, his voice cracking, "if you seek knowledge, speak it now. I swear I shall answer without a single falsehood." But the elder was trapped in his own helplessness. His cultivation paled in comparison, his treasures mere trinkets beside the overwhelming might. Wang Lin commanded. No pursuit was necessary. Wang Lin merely let 2 treasures float toward him, and the elder's mind teetered on the edge of madness. The flying sword hovered, a steadfast sentinel of cold steel. Though its energy was modest, its sheer resilience made it untouchable. Every maneuver the elder tried, every spell and strike met only futility. If not for his need to flee, he would have risked everything to claim the sword, to study it, and perhaps survive. Yet it was the half-moon blade that truly shattered his courage. It darted with the swiftness of a storm, a harbinger of death that lingered inches from his head, like a shadow bound to his neck. Its presence was a curse. Escape was impossible. Survival a fleeting dream. The elder could do nothing but wait, paralyzed under the twin gaze of blade and sword, until Wang Lin arrived. Bitterness gnawed at him. He cursed his own arrogance in accompanying Xifang, in provoking a cultivator of such terrifying power. Survival eclipsed all other thoughts. Whether Xifang lived or died was now irrelevant. Only his own life mattered. Wang Lin's eyes, cold as a northern wind, traced the elder's trembling form. Gray strands of energy curled around his fingers, swirling like silent serpents. Years ago, Wang Lin's voice cut through the tension like a sharpened sword. When the revered sword saint returned from the celestial realm, what occurred? Speak the truth or die. Deceive me, and death will claim you instantly. The elder's heart lurched, yet his lips betrayed him before fear could paralyze him. When the sword saint returned, a sword spirit of unimaginable terror pursued him. It clashed with him for countless days until it was sealed. The sword saint confined the spirit deep within the East Demon Spirit Sea. Wang Lin's gaze sharpened. The East Demon Spirit Sea? What secrets lie within? Panic had already drained the Elder of Caution. It is one of the 3 great forbidden regions of Tianyun. Ancient demons dwell there, and every 10,000 years control of its gates changes hands. Currently, it belongs to the Dalu sword sect. Once every 5,000 years, the gate opens, and disciples are sent to capture the ancient demons. He faltered for a breath, eyes glittering with greed. Capturing demons is trivial. The true test is survival. Few emerge unscathed, but those who do are granted the demon spirit inheritance. Wang Lin's brow creased. Demon spirit inheritance? Yes, the elder gasped. It elevates one's cultivation by a full level, Tao. Seeking cultivators may reach ascendant with its aid. Ascendants may ascend further, even touching the incorporeal yin or corporeal yang stages, attaining bodies that endure for tens of thousands of years. Few may enter, fewer survive, and one might even gain a low-quality celestial spell. Greed danced in the elder's eyes. Wang Lin's mind raced. In that instant, Shu Liguo's half-moon blade blazed to life, streaking toward the elder with deadly precision. The blade pierced through, and the elder's body trembled, blood spilling like ink, eyes dimming as he pointed weakly at Wang Lin. Then, stillness claimed him. Wang Lin's hand waved, reclaiming his celestial sword and half-moon blade, and he vanished like mist across the land. Yet death had not claimed the elder fully. 3 incense sticks of time later, he stirred, eyes opening to a world that had threatened to swallow him. Pain etched into his features, he whispered. You think to kill me so easily? My 3-soul method grants me 3 lives, and today I have spent my last. Wang Lin, when I return to Dalu Sword Sect, your death will be mine to claim. A cold fire ignited in his gaze as he vanished into the horizon, but fate would not let him flee. From the jungle's depths, twin strands of gray gas erupted. Faster than sound itself, the elder's expression changed to terror. Scatter! He cried, ripples of power erupting around him. Yet the gray gas ignored all defenses, surging through him with the force of wild chains, draining his very life essence. Meanwhile, Wang Lin carved a path through the earth northern demonic land, gray gas streaming between his fingers, a living extension of his will. A sphere of gas formed before him, dissipating at his touch. With a thought, he transformed into a cloud of gray energy, streaking deeper into the perilous land. Time waits for none, he murmured. The East Demon Spirit Sea is where I shall cultivate the celestial slaughter art. Zhou-Yi's fate calls me. Those I owe, I will repay. Master All-Seer's will is not to be defied. And perhaps the heaven-defying bead may yet awaken for Wan-Er. A hint of warmth brushed his cold heart at the thought of Limuan. The only soul to walk alongside him, his gray form plunged deeper, where demonic beasts of unparalleled power roamed, desolate and terrifying. Strands of gray gas roamed, feeding upon the life force around him. For 10 days the land trembled under his passing, yet the innermost sanctums remained untouched. As the countdown to the East Demon Spirit Sea dwindled, Wang Lin emerged, a killing intent now veiled beneath his calm gaze. Gray strands of energy coiled between his fingers, each resonating with a haunting, wind-whistling sound. The celestial slaughter art approaches small completion, he said, voice low and resolute. 3 life force-infused seals flickered across his body, glowing with subtle power. A sword formed beneath his finger, grinding against the air. His eyes turned eastward. East Sea. My path lies there, and no force in Tianyun shall bar my way.